looks like something ghostly. Almost like the Fade.
That could be.
On it.
Hi, Colgrim. Are you still seeking revenge for the time when I horribly killed you?
Right.
And there's Mike Romano, and he's gone. What's a feminist, Lothario? Oh. Right. Right. Sorry. I actually forgot I even had that up. I was like, why is Lothario asking that out of nowhere? That's just kind of weird. Alright, whatever, I'll roll with it. I'm sure there's some kind of reason for it.
Say your prayers.
I completely forgot I had it up.
Right.
It was a misclick, because the way OBS works is if you have something selected in the window and you happen to hit something like, say, space. See, that's why I was so confused, Lothario. So if you hit space, it's like, hey, and it'll, like, be like, aha. And it'll toggle it on and off. See, like this. Here's it's just me doing this without meaning to. I just left it on. Should just left it there. No, as if this was a few years ago, I could probably get away with a joke like that. That's anybody who isn't aware of the meme is probably just going to be a little bit put off by that. No men. Chinning. Only puddings. And loporits. We can have loporits too.
Fear is your weakness.
Done.
Right.
I mean, I'm not the one who decided it was controversial, but I get your point. Latin. Nomen. Nomen.
On it.
Pudding flavored carrots is a thing. No, really, that's actually a real thing.
This should be easy enough.
Hey, Evo. Oh, wow. Shame. Well, no, actually, I think I could put that on him. Oh my god, I totally could. I want you to see something. Ogren right now, with his current gear setup, has 85% resistance to fire, 60% resistance to cold, 85% resistance to electrical, and 50% resistance to nature. No spell resistance. But still, that's just... god dang. No mentioning the fact that... okay, so I need you all to help me with something today. You see this blighted werewolf? I need you to remind me to kill him. I mean, Ogren would have no spirit resistance. You gotta think about these kind of things.
Desperation is an ugly perfume. Only one shall stand.
Yes, get out if you're a men. Which hopefully none of us are. Quest complete. I mean, I'm not a man either, so. Alright, Oh, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah. So I looked up a couple of cheats. Now, we haven't done any yet. But you're probably wondering, why would you cheat in a review of Dragon Age Origins? It's not something I'm overly fond of the thought of, but... Well... The Harvester. And I'm a mage, and I haven't got, like, what I would call super optimized gear.
Darkspawn approach. Watch for their blood.
We'll see. We're gonna make a college try of it, but we'll see. I am also underleveled. There's other issues too, which we'll get to when we get there. Honestly, Golems of Amgarrak is going to be a net negative to the score. I'm just going to be honest about that. It'll probably get maybe one positive to story, and then everything else is just going to be nope.
We have seen these Darkspawn before.
You know, that's a good question, Blacheville. I don't know. It would make sense.
Like no one's home.
On it.
That's the goal. We're going to just beeline. We're going to stop talking about politics, economics, MMO design, Star Trek, WoW, and Warcraft. Or, sorry, Warcraft and Star Wars. It's all Dragon Age all the time.
Yes, that is your Grey Warden. The Mother told it to me that if he was lured to this place and slain, that in time you would come. And the Mother, she was right. The Mother is always right.
This is the Mother. Notice we're just now... This is our second reference to the Mother in the entire game. We're almost done with Awakening. I'll explain that in a minute.
The Mother is she that sent me, she that wished you to come, to here, this place. Here before you is the first, and I am bringing to you a message. The Mother, she is not permitting you to further his plan, whether this you know or not. So she is sending you a gift.
We gotta switch playlists because we're in here now.
It as well. It cannot be this.
You weren't first in your class, I take it.
The Mother, she has deceived me. I am betrayed.
Can never trust my mother either.
Now I am being trapped in the Fade with you. I am the fool.
Yeah, looks like you were considered expendable.
I am the first. I am not being expendable. Both the Grey Warden and the Mother shall be learning this. I will be leaving you to the children. I will be finding my own path back into the world. Back to the Mother.
I mean, the swamp isn't great in general, Wandering-Doll, and this is just one of several reasons why. I'm not saying I disagree with you at all, just ugh. So, let's talk about this a little bit. Hey, look! It's black! So, Dragon Age Awakening has something, it doesn't advertise it well, but there's 3 major areas, just like in Origins there were the 4, I think. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. I'm right.
Who is the Mother? Another Darkspawn?
Wait, what did that snarly bastard say? The Fade? We're in the Fade? That's where humans dream, isn't it?
Yes.
Dwarves shouldn't be here. We don't dream. We sleep like a stone.
I need you to stay a little calm here, Ogren.
Commander, I couldn't keep my wits about me if they were strapped to my back. And what happens to my body while I'm here? Someone could outrage my modesty. What little's left of it. Sod.
Anyways, each of these 3 areas, which is the Knotwood Hills, the Black Marsh, which we're doing right now, and the Wending Wood, these are the major areas. All 3 of these come with a new companion. You get Sigrun over here in the woods. You get Velana in the... Or sorry, you get Sigrun in the hills. You get Velana in the woods. And you get Justice in Black Marsh. Here's the problem. As soon as you finish all 3, the game pushes towards the end game. As in, like, kind of shoves you forward towards it. You can still do a couple of other things. But some quests are permanently locked off because of the fact that they have to go through certain NPCs who are now in a new state, or certain areas which are either now in a new state or are no longer accessible. Remember how I mentioned that you could permanently miss content in Dragon Age Origins? But it's not that big of a problem, because you kind of have to work at it to permanently skip content in Origins. Here, it's kind of impossible to not skip content. You really have to work at it to be able to progress through everything, and know what you're doing, and know when to do it, and why. I should probably mention that the big thing I just mentioned, the 3 major areas, is only one example of this. If you advance time too much by walking into the Vigil Keep too much, you'll miss out on content. If you go to the city and do certain quests before other quests, you can never do some of those other quests. In fact, you know how we went into the city and started a quest chain to chase after that guy? Just that action locked us out of another quest. Not doing the quest, starting it. Yeah, there's a lot of counterintuitiveness to the way Awakening does its content. And that's not great. That's a negative. That's straight up walkthroughitis. Sorry, I wanted to get that off my chest, because it's something I've been doing a little research off camera to verify my memories on the matter, and unfortunately I am correct, and none of this stuff has ever been patched out, so... I have discussed my theory about that, Lothario. Here's my theory. You lived! No, I think you're right, Bragwin. And yeah, like, permanently missable content is not inherently a negative. It's the specific circumstance here where it's so easy to do it, and it's so easy to do it without ever knowing you're missing out on the content. And, well, you really do need a guide to be able to figure out what the hell you're doing, right? That's the thing that bothers me. That's why I put it under the walkthroughitis category. Because if you do have a guide, you can do all the stuff in one playthrough of Awakening. If you don't, sucks to be you. I'll be honest, for the purposes of this review, I'm just going to be kind of... that I'm okay with missing out on some quests and some content, because that's kind of the point of a review. But for the record, I have not been deliberately allowing myself to miss out on certain quests, with only a couple of exceptions. Like, I didn't really mean to miss out on Sten's quest, for example, but whatever.
You are a frightening force on the battlefield.
Is this a joke? I only let loose that time because I was surprised.
No, it was a compliment.
I don't get many of those.
I don't see why. Your skills are... Okay, yes. I think I do see why.
It's probably worth noting that in lore, Ogren is probably the most dangerous and terrifying combatant alive at this point, at least within this region. That's not a joke, by the way. Ogren is an absolute monster in combat. It always has been. Considered one of the most skilled and venerated warriors in Orzammar in generations. It's just, you know, it's Ogren.
As you wish.
That was really quick.
Here comes Ogren!
Chosen by fate. Yeah, we're the PC.
Just you or Or do you actually think you can?
As with so many other things, Lothario, I imagine the writers don't even have
Let's get started.
an actual answer for why, you know, some people survive and other people don't. Who knows? Yeah, that's not a joke, Shadow Machine. He married Bronca. She was Bronca, and then she left. And he became a drunk in a hurry. And he's not an alcoholic. He drank because he was trying to forget and not think about it. Then he did something pretty horrible. Just straight up murdered a guy who he probably shouldn't have. Murdered's the wrong word. He was fighting someone. That person was not prepared for the fact that he was Oghren, and that person died. That's probably a better way to phrase that.
Let's get
So,
started.
then he was stripped of everything, and started drinking even more. It was a whoopsie. Yeah? It's actually funny to me because it's implied, although they never go into this, that those kind of whoopsies happen all the time in the Proving. They even mention the idea of bringing in healers to help people recover from, you know, the battles that they're doing. But people die occasionally, even in combat which isn't intended to kill.
Right.
So, you know. Yeah, no kidding, Wandering Doll. Oh, I'm totally better than Oghren. Yeah, you should probably remember that Oghren, the total goddamn badass he is right now, is an Oghren after 2 solid years of despair and drink. Please, try to picture Oghren in his prime. I think we'd have a contestant for frickin' Rex at that point. And you know I have a very high opinion of Rex's martial prowess. So, this version of the Fade has permanent stat-ups, because the last version of the Fade did. No other reason given, it's just, that's what we did last time, so that's what we're doing this time. That's the wrong one. Let's do the right one this time.
Excellent. Right.
So the worst example of walkthroughitis I've ever encountered. Oh, gosh, that's tough. Why did the last version have permanent status? So, the idea... There's actually a reason for that, a specific reason. It's because they wanted to have loot, but it's in the Fade. You can't leave the Fade with stuff. So, the explanation they came out with is rather than loot, you would get a permanent stat-up. Cool, congrats. That's neat and logical. If you're paying attention, several of the other Fades we go through allow you to loot stuff. In fact, we've already done that here. So they've abandoned that idea completely.
Right.
But, you know, whatever.
As you wish.
Metroid, I don't think there's a Metroid game I would consider to be particularly bad about walkthroughitis. In fact, I'm not sure I would give any Metroid other than 2 of them a negative for walkthroughitis, and that's only 1 negative. No. I can think of much worse walkthroughitis games than those. My knee-jerk answer is something like Breath of Fire 2. Because, well, walkthroughitis can have several different aspects to it. Speaking of Metroid, it can be about trying to figure out how to progress, right? But it can also kind of evolve into another format, which is not knowing how things work, right? Usually, I actually jot that down in its own subcategory, which is info and game. But it's the same concept. If you need a guide to understand how a spell operates, or what an piece of equipment does, that is a form of walkthroughitis. So, ideally then,
I do not forget. I merely... But I would never contradict your ladyship. No. I don't. No, please, my lady. Have mercy. No! No! Ah, no!
Ideally then, A game that has the worst walkthroughitis would be something that's really, really bad about both categories. How to progress, and how the game operates. So obviously it's Dark Souls. I'm joking. But, in all sincerity, it's probably one of the older attempts at an RPG. Either the early PC stuff, or the very early PC stuff. You know, like Wizardry, the original.
Walking around in a magical dream village. I've had enough of this touchy-feely head trip.
Imagine if I had the blur on. I was gonna say, I can think of plenty of games, again, mostly older games that you've probably never heard of, that have things where there's no quest journal, there's no indicator that you're on a quest, or even that quests exist, because quest is actually a relatively new concept when it comes to video games. No idea who to talk to in order to progress. No idea how spells work or items work. Septericor. Yeah, Septericor had some issues. I remember that. I've actually never played through that game without a walkthrough. And I never will. Like I said, there's a lot of the rough RPGs that tend to have that problem.
You're not a spirit like everyone else. How did you get here?
I could ask you the same question.
This is where my grandfather's ashes are buried. I come to visit him often. He was the last person to stay in Black Marsh. Once he passed, there was nobody left in the village who remembered.
You know this is the Fade, right?
This? Of course I know that. This isn't... Oh no! They've come back again! Quick, come hide in the crypt!
Oh no! This is definitely not a trap.
On your guard! Let's get started.
So I suppose I should talk about what's happening in lore here. But first, let me tell you about a little side quest which we actually did. You probably didn't even notice we were doing it. It's a really simple side quest. You see, there's this dude, right? And he's like, I'm going to be clever and leave a little puzzle chain for my fiancée, or my girlfriend, asking her to follow the chain so where she would end up finding a marriage proposal. She took it as an insult and left him. He committed suicide. That's the Black Marsh in a nutshell. And no, I'm not making that up. Good place. Good place. You're probably wondering what's going on with the main plot here. Well, it's really simple. So a huge portion of the marsh has been abandoned to the Fade for... You know, I don't remember how long. A while. Like years and years and years. Well, let's just say he's probably better off without her, Evo. Leave it at that. Of course I do, Kendra Jameson. At least if I'm actually, you know, on the job.
I think you have a chance.
The coat's the same each time, but I actually change the shirt and tie periodically. Not that you'd know, all my outfits are black and white, but still. Well, it's really simple, Venters. All you have to do is... And then, there you go. That's how the Fade tends to intervene in the real world. Okay, I'm being facetious, but it is very much left at GM Fiat. It's the same thing it is in most settings. Anywhere where there's like a lot of suffering, or there's like a bunch of magical stuff that happened. Maybe there's a place that was severely cursed, you know. It's the usual suspects, right? There are multiple places. Evo, do I need to send you food? Hang on, I'll do it right now. Right now. There's multiple places in this setting in which there are lots and lots of horrible traumatic stuff, which has led to a lighter barrier in the veil. Promise, Evo? Yeah, exactly, Algrad. It's a very common concept. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna trust you on this. I expect a picture. So in this case, what happened was there was this woman here, the baroness, who is... Fiction really will not let go of this woman. There's this one baroness in real life where she bathed in the blood of virgins. You know the story. I know you know the story because fiction will not let this story go. It's right up there with Jack the frickin' Ripper. So for some stupid reason, she just shows up all over the place. She was in Bloodstained, both of them. She was in Diablo 2 specifically. And that's just 2 games we've played this year. Oh, sorry, we're up to 3 now. So that's 3 games we've streamed this year alone. That includes this twit. Anyways, so there's a woman. She was evil, and she bathed in the blood of children. It's awful. Eventually, the people found out, and they're like, "Oh my God, we'll kill you." And so, aw, thingy, Evo. So she was like, I deserve you. Make her spit on you. And then she tore a hole with her magical powers and ripped them into the veil. And now she and the others have been stuck in the Fade for quite a while. Now, hypothetically, she's dead. But we'll talk more about that in a minute. That's a debatable, though, not a matter of fact. Thank you. You know, they totally should, Kendra Jameis.
Time for some fun.
Destructive forces of nature.
You like that? The music! And the dance!
Wait, who just leveled? Looks like it was Anders. Oh yeah, of course she's our Legion. Gotta have our Legions. It's mandatory. I don't plan to use any of his other spells, so just for Colgrim, I'm just gonna put this into completely random abilities and just clear that out. Okay, same thing with Ogren. I'm never doing anything with your abilities, so... Here, now you're a Berserker Templar. Have fun. And now you have all these abilities you will never use. There we go, dude. So. No. It's okay. We can get rid of all this crap. You're now a, oh, I don't know, ranger and a bard. There you go. Cool. And we'll get these dumb abilities. There you go. Boom. Okay. I will actually take Time Spiral. That's a good question, Latario. I don't know why they gate him so... I'm sorry. But if I'm being honest, it's probably because most people probably don't even know that that's part of the chant. So, just for you guys.
As you wish.
Wait, no, don't do that. He didn't... The voice clip overrode it. Oh my god. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. Whatever, let's walk into the extremely not a trap.
And so you came, fell into my little trap. To think, my entire existence I have sought a mortal mage to possess, and now one walks right into my lair.
You're an idiot.
We shall see about that, mage.
Okay.
Let's get started.
While you're doing this, I'm gonna go get a permanent buff to my magic.
Best me if you want.
Right up here.
As you wish.
Stay your... Is battle over yet? Oh, this will be fun.
I do wish I could do that every now and again, Vincers. Especially since I do it in real life all the time. Oh no, I fell into your obvious trap. Whatever shall I do? As I'm, like, stabbing them to death. I was not ready for this. On any level.
You have released me, stranger.
You're welcome.
After being trapped for so long by my own foolish desires, now I can at last go. Thank you.
You should let me possess you for no particular reason. But yeah, I wasn't joking, Latario. I bet you money most people aren't even aware of it. I mean, hell. I don't want to get polemic, but how many people are aware of every single tenet of a religious organization in real life? Alright, so this is what we would normally refer to as bad. But it's okay, we'll just go through here and it'll be fine. Oh god, we can't walk through a hallway while in combat. No, what do we do? I had to shut that off. That's how ridiculous it is. Okay, so Anders is dead. Perfect, perfect.
Yeah, I didn't warn you.
Oh my god, this is a lot of crap. Why is there so much crap? Oh, Jesus. Okay, hang on. Where's... Okay, we're here. Let's start, let's take control of the situation a little bit. Yep, let's get some fine dwarven crap going on here. This is what we call the no really pump moment. So, no really, piss off. Oh yeah, just to re-emphasize, you notice how we are actually looting stuff in here. Now, yes, I know that these are the ethereal things, so, you know, they only exist in the Fade, but it's just sort of making my point for me. Anyways, let's pop cleansing really quick, which is on my bar. Somewhere. Did I not take cleansing? Yeah, could you imagine? I remember what my computer was like when this game came out. It wasn't a good one. It was an E-machine. How many of you even remember those? How many of you remember the nightmares of the E-machines? It was functional. I'm not here to complain. But, yeah. E-machines were cheap prefab computers that were being sold essentially in bulk in order to try and appeal to the growing PC gaming market. For what they were actually a good thing. I know that sounds strange, considering I've just both insulted them and called them cheap in the same sentence. But I mean that. Because it added a degree of accessibility to PC gaming. It didn't take much or even cost that much to get an E-machine, and it was functional. You could play video games on it. And... right? Yeah, it was a great value desktop, exactly. Let's see if we can make Nathaniel sing now.
I'll get on it.
Why aren't you... Okay. Hang on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hang on. So first of all, switch that over to aim. I mean, yeah, Frost Fox. Man, I couldn't get Witcher 2 running on my actual computer I was using for my show at that point. Well, I mean, I could get it running. It just ran terribly. God, that game was so badly optimized. Come on, Nathaniel. Come on. Okay, whatever. Let's go get into combat.
Halt! Who enters the Black Marsh?
I'm a Grey Warden.
Trapped? Then you're just as we are, locked in this endless nightmare. We've been here so long at her mercy. I almost forget what it was like before. There's a spirit that's come to free us. Perhaps you could help him. If only that were possible.
Hear me, people. She is evil incarnate. The countless evils I've seen her perpetrate in there. I'm ashamed to even recount them aloud. She orders our children stolen in the night so she can... No! Unhand me, you thugs! Let me go! Don't let them take me! No!
Like, I hear she likes to pour in the milk, then the cereal. No, random heroes. This is more like my 15th time playing this game, give or take.
Let's get started.
I've played this game so much I've done a lore run of this game.
I'd better report this.
Here you go, Frostfox. Does this help?
The mansion will not protect you, fiend. Come out and face your crime.
We aren't afraid of you any longer! The witch hides! Break down the door!
Be cautious, my friends. The baroness has power within her lair, and she well knows it. We rush in at our peril. And who comes now? More minions of the baroness? Or yet more helpless souls she has tormented?
Who's the baroness?
You are not aware. Clearly you are a stranger here, then. I am Justice. I have watched this place and seethed at the wrongs visited on these poor folk. And now I seek to aid them.
Once we lived in the real world and the Baroness ruled over us. She took our children and used their blood to work dark and evil magic.
And when we burned down her mansion, she cast one final spell that brought our spirits here. We've been trapped ever since, still under her rule.
This spirit knows the Fade. If we help him, he might help us.
I think that since the Baroness trapped these people here, that she's our best chance of getting out.
Tell me,
Anders.
stranger, will you help us in this righteous task? The Baroness and her minions are powerful, but you seem an able sort. Your aid would be welcome.
Yeah, let's do it.
Then we have the numbers to challenge the Baroness directly.
Ooh, a direct challenge. I like the sound of that. Less talk, more killing.
They just said she was an evil, powerful witch. Do we really want to antagonize her?
Yeah.
This fun you're talking about looks a bit more like stupid from over here.
Anders.
My intention is to storm the gate. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Good people, we take the battle directly to the witch. For too long have her crimes gone unpunished. Now is the time to reclaim your freedom!
My. All that shouting outside, and now you finally decided to barge in without even a proper invitation.
Foul sorceress. You will release these poor folk and submit yourself to justice.
Justice? Is that what you're calling it? What of their punishment? Burning my home to the ground and me within it.
Because you were stealing our children, using their blood to feed your vanity.
As was my due. You lived on my land. I, your rightful ruler. Your blood was mine, just as your lives are now.
Yeah, that's... I don't even know what to add to this. Just... How'd you even do this?
What's this? The pathetic fools have managed to recruit yet more sympathizers?
We are no longer alone, Baroness. Your reign ends here.
As it happens, I am no longer alone either.
My path back across the Veil lies in victory over you and your new allies. Then the Mother will pay for her treachery.
And yeah, this is the high justice, low justice thing all over again. You really need to pick your pets a little bit more carefully, Baroness.
Instead, I should have chosen you, mortal.
Ending this. No. The Grey Warden, it is more dangerous than you know.
Oh, as you wish, creature. Slay them, and you shall have the reward you requested.
Enough!
Whoops. Oh god, it's a boss time. Except not really. Okay, it's regular fight time then. He finally did it. For those of you who didn't understand what you were just listening to, that was Nathaniel's song. In fact, I'm going to go back over to turn that off, just so we can hear that again. Where am I? Oh, here I am. Okay, so now to play Neverwinter Nights, as promised. Here, I'll kill the music just so you can hear it better when he does it again.
This one's mine! What's that smell?
Away with you!
No! You fool! Why haven't you defeated them?
They are too much. It must be sending me back through the Veil. Now, before it is too late.
Oh, I will sunder the veil all right. I'll send them all back. But you? Your life is going to provide the power.
No. No.
Oh. Well, no, Lothario. That doesn't surprise me at all. Not really. I mean, I've played Fallout 2. So, the reason she sends us back is what she's actually doing is she's sending everyone back. She's undoing the curse. So that she can get back to the real world and, you know, conquer and spread and be evil. You're probably thinking, well, why didn't she do that all along? She needed a living person to do that with. And the first one to show up was, you know, the first, and us. The first is like, work with me and we'll kill him. And her intention was to kill us, sacrifice us, and then come back. Since the first failed, she sacrifices him instead. Sense make?
What? Where am I? What is happening?
Hello, Justice. It doesn't work for some reason, Von Falkenstein.
No. This is the world of mortals. Beyond the Veil. And this is a mortal body of flesh. I am trapped within.
Hi.
The witch sundered the Veil in her haste. All of us were drawn through. She has returned to this realm as well. Can you not feel it? The baroness is nearby.
Well, let's go defeat her then.
She cannot be far. She will be difficult to deal with here in this realm. The baroness, she is not immortal as you are, or as were the villagers she kept trapped. There was such a mortal once, but now, that is a demon of pride. She assumed that role long ago to feed from the mortals she trapped. But here, in your world, here she will be quite something else.
Then let's go kill her.
The Veil is sundered, and the tears must be closed lest they continue to spill demons out into this world. I can alter your weapons for a time, allowing them to drive back the Fate's magic. But if we are to deal with the Baroness, we must move swiftly.
As an aside, the implication here... Damn it. The implication here is that the Baroness actually died before they decided to go after her. That she was replaced by a pride demon. Now, I only bring that up because we don't know exactly how horrible of a person she was before the pride demon took her over. I'm sure it wasn't great because she's an Orlesian in this game, but, you know.
Yes.
That's also a good question, Colgrim. Yep, Ogren's a total badass now. Let's go. Okay, I cannot play out here. Sorry. I know I was trying to be all, you know, Neverwinter Nightsy, but can't do it. Damn it, I didn't bring Nathaniel, because Justice is with us. Oh, whatever. Might as well turn the music back on then.
You're mine!
Oh god, it's just the generic Darkspawn song. I tried, Frostfox. I'm sorry. It's perfectly feasible to play on. I know several people who prefer to play out here. I've been playing this game for the last about 8 days, I think, at this point. So I'm kind of in the muscle memory of being down here, you know what I mean? Because the controls are pretty different.
On it.
Well, even the way the camera works is pretty different. Come on, game. It's hard to see through Ogren's aura. You might think, what is causing Ogren's aura? Well, think about how much he imbibes on a regular basis. I'll leave the rest up to your imagination. Yeah, that aura is actually a debuff.
Let's get started.
Oh yeah, I need to write that down. Thank you for reminding me, Shadow Machine. I've noticed they've gotten worse lately, but I wouldn't call them at the out-of-hand level yet. But I have absolutely noticed an escalation. You're positive to story. Ogren's junk. And that's God, not even really a joke at that point. That's just truth. Whoops, I went the wrong way. Am I going the right way? Yep, okay, cool. Blah, 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 blah.
I'd run if I was you.
I'm gonna go loot while you guys fight the boss. Typical rogue approach, really.
As you wish.
Anybody else getting Greedfall vibes here? I don't know, I kind of have a rather suboptimal setup, but then again, we fought every other super optional so far, and we've got a much worse fight coming up. In fact, we have two. I'm worried about both of them, which is why I looked up cheats. Would you believe I've never cheated in this game? Like, of all the times I've played this?
World of mortals. How very dull it seems. So immutable and unchanging. Yet, I am here. I have crossed the veil. The spirits will watch in envy as the mortals of this realm bow down before me.
That will not happen, demon.
Ah. It seems I was not the only one to be drawn here. How very tiresome.
Explain the bow down part real quick.
Shall I use smaller words? I had no idea I could enter the mortal world this way. Had I known... Oh, but I am here now, yes? Soon I will be queen as this world deserves. And you? You will be the first of my subjects.
You know, I think this is the first time we've actually fought a Pride Demon. We've seen them like twice before now. And then we'll fight 700,000 of them just in the hinterlands alone. Pride are pretty high tier, yeah. The highest standardized tier that we're aware of.
Enough of this! I shall destroy you myself!
That's true? I don't really remember if Eldred actually... Like, I know I'm pulling a weird technically here, but what I meant by that is, how many times have we fought that model? D&D has spells that alter time, Venters. Dragon Age has spells that produce fire. Did you, like...
Soon I shall reap your very soul.
I mentioned it specifically, Von Falkenstein, because I remember being struck by how few times we see that model in the games.
So it is done.
Which works.
For what it is worth, thank you. I have fulfilled my vow. May the victims of that woman's madness rest in peace, wherever they have gone to now.
So, what are you going to do then? Other than join my party and then go talk to your host's former lover.
It seems I cannot return to the Fade. I am trapped here, in the body of this Grey Warden. There are memories within this poor man's mind. They're difficult to see. But he was a Grey Warden? He was slain by the Darkspawn. The one called the First?
Yeah, so, the Darkspawns are who the Grey Wardens fight.
And that was your pursuit when you were tricked into the Fade. Yes, I understand now. It seems I am at a loss. I know nothing of this world, and have only a few memories of this Grey Warden to draw from. I do not wish to die.
What shall I do, mortal? You seem to be a creature of good character, and you are of this world.
Can you advise me?
No, I'm probably misremembering Falkenstein. So let me give you my extremely vague memory, which is what I was going off of. I remember that we hardly ever see the model of the Pride Demon in Origins, and yet we see it several times in Inquisition. Like, it became a trash mob type thing. You know how it is, boss becomes trash mob kind of a thing. I could be misremembering. I might be thinking of 2. I don't know. We'll see. Join me.
You mean continue this mortal's mission? As a Grey
Justice,
Warden?
just join me.
It was a Darkspawn who murdered this mortal most ignobly. And the ones that commanded it yet live. To avenge his death. Yes, that would be a purpose. Very well. I will join you, Grey Warden, if you will allow it.
Let's do it.
That is not my name. I have no name. Only a virtue to which I aspire. If I am to need a name, then use that. I am Justice. And for now, I am pleased to travel at your side, Grey Warden.
So, to finally answer your question, Van Valkenstein, I apologize for taking so long to get around to it. It is my opinion that justice has nothing to do with morality. I don't mean that as an unkindness, I mean that as a statement of fact. Justice is math. It's pragmatism. You do X, you balance the scale in either direction, right? Now, having said that,
I'm just going to assume that something died in your mouth.
Funny story. Dwarf attacks mage, dwarf wins.
Yeah, I noticed how you pissed in your armor in that last fight. Well done.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
I think they just forgot who Ogden was as a character. Or didn't have time to write him, or... God, I don't even know. He's just so terrible. Moving on. But yeah, no, I'm with you, is what I'm trying to say. I'm with you.
This should be easy enough. As you wish.
There we go. Boss time. Right? Didn't I? Did it. Game. Yes, I know. I must be missing a piece. Well, I'm going to be honest, I don't care. And I've got 2 other DLCs to go through, so let's just get on with this. Yeah, this really is the Neelix is a bad cook joke all over again. And it's aggravating for the exact same reason that was. Even a good joke gets old. But a bad joke gets old very quickly. And when you hammer in a bad joke over and over and over again,
let's get started.
You have Ogren. That's why, regardless of, like, even if he was a brand new character that had nothing to do with anything, he would still qualify as a negative to story. I mean, that happened, Mr. Red. I was just still bonkered by that. No, yeah, like I said, I'm with you, Van Falkenstein. I'm with you. Oh, yeah, PG-13 alert. Sorry.
Mother? It comes with sweet news, I hope. Tell the mother.
The first, it is dead. The Grey Wardens are gone from the marsh.
Wicked, wicked wardens. They killed the first. Killed him. Cut out the mother's heart.
But was it not the mother who wished him dead?
Dead? No. Peace. I wished him peace. To find the song again.
She has a neck scene.
The sweet calm.
In fact, she has the necklace to cover her neck scene.
All lost. But the day will come when the silence ends. Even
Hope you like that. That's 2 of 3 cutscenes she's in. You know what I don't like about Awakening? Well, a lot of things, but you know what I really don't like about Awakening, like from a zoomed out perspective? For how memorable and interesting the Architect is, both villains are kind of not there. They have almost no presence in the game. The Architect shows up 3 times, and the Mother shows up 3 times. That's it. They do nothing with them, is what I'm trying to... nothing's the wrong word. But they do less than I would like with them. Does anybody actually want to see a Kunari broodmother? They do, Lord Harrowmont, which is funny, because that's also a problem. Well, huh. And you know what? Fair enough. Saren doesn't have a lot of screen time, but they used him pretty well. So it worked out better than it could have. Is it you?
Oh, Christoph. It's good to see you back.
Be wary. There is much in this world that would prey on you.
Ah, well. I mean, to use my personal favorite example, you know a villain that has a lot of impact, that has almost no screen time? Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. Very, very, very little screen time in that game, but they use every minute he's on screen very well. Well, maybe not every minute, but like a lot of it, right?
Christoph. Oh, thank the Maker.
I fear you are mistaken, mortal.
Christoph? Why are you... What has happened?
So you were Kristoff's wife?
I am his wife.
Your husband is gone, and I inhabit this body now. His death will be avenged, I assure you.
Avenged? You've desecrated his body, how dare you?
It was not intentional. There was...
Get away from me!
This body has memories of this woman. Aura is her name. I did not know she would come.
Yeah.
I must rectify this somehow. Intentionally or not, I have done this woman a great disservice.
Where would we look for her?
My memories suggest her home is in Amaranthine. It will prey on me if we do not seek her out. There must be something that could be done to assuage her pain. Something.
Alright.
The Darkspawn call our attention, but should we get the chance to seek her out, I would be grateful.
Yep, he's already become Vengeance. 5 seconds in. No, Sauron is a great example, Geludo. Specifically in the movies, Sauron has very, very, very little screen time. But again, they use every moment he's there to good effect. Build me an army worthy of Mordor is a great line and speaks volumes. And they show both the before and the after of that to emphasize the moment itself. It's built up and then paid off. And it's just one line. So it's not like you can't do this right. So I guess that brings me to what I'm trying to say, which is that I think that it was done wrong here. I think that the architect and the mother just aren't engaging as villains. The architect is more interesting from an intellectual perspective because of what he implies. Ditto for the mother. But in both cases, this is kind of a one-off, like a beginning of a story thing, which is, spoilers, never really followed through on.
Why do spirits seek out mages? I've always wondered.
You speak of demons. I am not a demon.
Aren't demons simply spirits with unique and sparkling personalities?
They have been perverted by their desires.
But what do they want from mages?
Perhaps they wish the same as I. Silence!
Sigh, Colgrim. Oh yeah, that's another thing. So Origins had the 4 major hubs you could go to. And while I had some issues with all of them, I also had some really good things with all of them too. You know, net positive and all that. Which I bring up because I'm not sure if that's true here. And you'll notice all of the places you could go to had at least some form of a town section, right? Where you could talk to people and get some world and backstory and NPCs and all that fun stuff. And in Awakening, you go to the Deep Roads area and then you do a dungeon. When you go to the woods, you're in the dungeon. When you go to the marsh, you do the marsh and then you do a dungeon, which is also the other version of the marsh. Like, you get where I'm going with this? I know this is just supposed to be a DLC or an expansion or whatever word you want to use there, but it just kind of falls a little flat. Where is this twin?
Oh, where has my...
Where are you? Explain yourself.
My carom gone.
Okay. And okay, fair enough, Colgrim. I do not remember where her house is. And it's not labeled. Cool. I went to the inn first. In fact, if you remember, I went to the inn before I had the quest because I was moving on muscle memory. I was just in the chantry. She was not there, unless I just completely missed her. How dare you pay attention to my streams. I'll have you hanged for that. Let's zoom out here. Nope, she's definitely not here. Right, yep, no, okay, okay. Yeah, humidity, that's another thing we need to get rid of when I take over the world. Just, there, hydration is gone. We're going to try the Chantry one more time, and then we're going to give up on this and beat Awakening, because I got stuff to do.
Oh, where has my carom gone?
No, that's not her, that's Alma.
Oh, where has my carom gone?
Yeah, she does not appear to be here.
Aura, please do not be alarmed. I do not wish to frighten you.
You are in my husband's body.
I am a spirit of justice. I meant your husband no harm. I would ease your distress had I the power.
I knew when he left that this could happen. He told me. His father died a Grey Warden too.
Tell me, is there anything I can do for you? Tell me, and I will do it.
Avenge him, spirit. I will wait for his ashes a little longer, if it means that whoever did this to him will pay.
Yes. Vengeance!
The Darkspawn. Yes, I understand.
Give in to vengeance!
Did I do the right thing?
We'll find out in the next game.
She loved this man a great deal, and he loved her. I envy what they had. I must think on this more. But another time. Thank you for bringing me here.
You're welcome. But, yeah, I hate to point this out. He's already avenged. Like, seriously. The first is dead. We killed his ass. Ogren over there is wearing his armor.
I see that your feline companion remains with you.
He seems happy enough. Isn't that right, Sir Pounce-a-Lot?
To enslave another creature does not seem just.
He's not a slave. He's a friend. And he's also a cat.
A cat that lacks freedom.
Oh, just ignore him, Sir Pounce-a-Lot. They don't have pets in the Fade, apparently.
Well, plus, Awakening was being made... So, first of all, as we've talked about, they didn't intend to make Awakening at all. That's problem number one. Problem number two, they were really under the gun because this is officially the Tor era of BioWare, which I'll talk about more, hopefully, tomorrow. Knock on wood. Yes, we've done all the quests. We're done with quests. We're done! Quests are done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. I don't know why the sound effect for the cat was attached to him instead of him. But whatever. Waiting. We definitely did Sigrun's quest. Every quest has been done. We're done. We're done, we're done, we're done. All the quests are done. Also, we can't do anybody's quest at this point anyway, so... Did the game just crash? Oh my god, the game just crashed. That's 2 crashes. Well, again, this is the Tor era of BioWare. So it makes perfect sense that we're starting to run into issues.
Are you saying that you could become a demon, Justice?
I said no such thing.
You said that demons were spirits perverted by their desires.
I have no such desires.
You must have some desires.
I have none. Desist your questions.
Yeah, justice could never become vengeance. Don't be ridiculous. Alright, so, yep, time has advanced.
Commander, many of the lords have gathered. The Darkspawn have fielded armies, and the nobles want to know how you will protect them. Shall I assemble them, or do you need more time to strategize?
Nope, let's do it.
I will send messengers at once.
To my knowledge, no, Ventures. It's just rotting.
We've waited enough. Those who are late will just have to be filled in.
Lord Edelbrecht, this is the commander of the Greys Council, not yours.
I'm fearful for the villagers on the plains. There's a Darkspawn army in the field, and with the soldiers returning to the Vigil.
The enemy is coming out of hiding. We need to strike.
This is no...
Commander! Commander!
What is it, girl?
A Darkspawn army is within sight of Amaranthine.
Make her protect us. They're attacking the city?
Some of the Vigil soldiers are still there. She won't fall easy.
Our forces cannot move quickly enough, but a small band might make it in time.
But that's... suicide.
We must try.
Well, I'll do it.
If anyone can turn the Darkspawn tide, it would be you, Commander.
Fighting a horde of Darkspawn with almost certain death awaiting? Don't even think of leaving me here, Captain.
Who do you want to take with you, Commander?
So, I kind of don't care if any of these people live. But I'm bringing this up because there's 2 separate issues we're running into here. A, there are some people who, if you leave behind the keep, no matter what, they die. And if you haven't fully upgraded, they can die. Sigrun, for example. But there's another problem. So we're going to import this save into Dragon Age 2. Which means that anybody who is not in our party for the final battle, for some reason, is flagged incorrectly as being dead. So, that's cool. Yeah, so we're going to take Anders.
And here I thought I'd retire to the country with a plump wife and several nubile mistresses.
I know, Colgrim.
I suppose it'll have to wait.
Who else will you bring?
Nathaniel.
Initially, I thought you were utterly mad to invite me to join your order. But redemption... a man could die for that, and feel good about it.
Who else will you bring?
That's the great part, Ventures. The answer is yes. But Anders is, of course, still there. Because, of course, he is. And yeah, Justice canonically dies if you leave him behind, one way or the other. But it's okay, he's in Dragon Age 2 as well, which, as a reminder, started up like a month ago in lore from the events we're currently going through. Ogren, let's do this.
So you're sweet on me. I knew it. It's that Ogren charm. It's overpowering.
Uh-huh.
Like cave mold.
And so it is decided.
Don't you go dying on me, Commander. That's the Legion's job.
If I ever had doubts of you, they are erased. Fight nobly, and if you die, die with honor.
May the wind be ever at your back, Commander.
The rest of us will stay here. Make her protect you and hold you close, Commander.
So yeah, outro time. Awakenings outro. Don't worry, we're not at the... We've got 2 DLCs after this. Yeah. Look, it's not my fault Sigrun isn't as good as Nathaniel. Yep, that's Robin Socks. F. That's a good question, Tarhuntus, and that's my answer to you. I like how we're just casually walking up here, and it's like, they're actively attacking. Can we do something, please? And that is Nathaniel's song. I hope you liked it. I'll even turn it off again so we can hear it one more time at some point.
Let's get started.
Please, Grey Warden, save my family. My family's in the city.
Please calm yourselves while I speak to the Warden Commander. Warden Commander. I am glad you arrived when you did, but I fear there is little that can be done now.
Alright, what happened?
A couple of nights ago, a swarm of gruesome creatures emerged from beneath the city.
You mean through the smuggling tunnels that I pointed out and cleared?
Then at dawn, the other Darkspawn attacked. Warden Commander, it's too late. Amaranthine is lost.
Yeah, your job. We need to help these people.
The buildings might remain, but there will be few survivors so long after those creatures appeared. Their corruption is so virulent. At least a quarter of the city succumbed within the first day.
Constable, there is a Darkspawn approaching, alone.
Archers, take him down!
Peace. Do not be killing. Only talk. Architect has a message for Grey Warden.
Alright, spit it out.
The Mother's army. It marches to Vigil's keep. She attacks now. The Architect, he sends me to warn you. You must save the keep, then finish the Mother in her lair.
Oh my god, Vigil's Keep is under attack, and it's pretty much objectively a better dungeon than this one.
The Architect wishes to have the Grey Warden's trust. He does not wish to see the Mother succeed.
If we leave now, we may be able to make it back to the Vigil in time to save it.
And what about the Darkspawn here?
Soon, they will go to Vigil's keep as well. The Mother, she wants the keep destroyed utterly.
The Darkspawn has a point. We cannot leave with this other army hot on our heels. The Constable says the city is lost. I say we destroy it, burn it, and all the Darkspawn within.
No.
Warden Commander, we have already lost Amaranthine. We can't lose the Vigil as well.
A, if you lose the city but not the fort, then your fort's already dead. B, you're a moron.
Commander, we can't save Amaranthine if it's already lost. We can still save the Vigil.
You're not listening to me.
We destroy this city. We're no better than the Darkspawn. The Commander is right. We have to try.
I don't want to see fire ravage these streets, but it may be our only chance.
What if there was a chance you could save someone? Anyone, one person.
It would take a miracle. I will follow your lead, Commander.
I don't envy you having to make this decision.
What if it was your family in there? Felsi?
I would risk everything. The Vigil, the Wardens, sod, even you. Stone, come on. We got a city to save.
No, no. If you stay, the Mother will get what she wants.
Then fight with us.
I will go. I will do as the Grey Warden bids.
Good idea.
Amaranthine, then. The Darkspawn are never disorganized on their own. Something must be leading them.
Yeah, we gotta find the Overlord.
Eliminate the Darkspawn leadership, we can go about finding survivors.
Good luck to you. And make her watch over us all.
Alright, who's ready for fighting a whole bunch of Darkspawn, which we've been doing the whole game. It's okay, we've got big, epic final dungeon music. You can hear it right now. Thank you, Nathaniel, for that big, epic final dungeon music.
Right.
I wish I could say I planned that, but that was a complete coincidence. Game! Oh my god. Yeah, I was gonna say, to quote myself, as I am fond of doing, never underestimate the value of a people to defend from a fortress. Even an under-defended, under-equipped one.
This should be easy enough.
Of course, in this game, if you don't have the Fortress Turbo Max, then it doesn't matter. And that's something that kind of irritates me a little bit, by the way. You have to have all the upgrades to the Fortress, otherwise the Vigil Keep falls. There's no gradient there at all. That's not the quote. Now I'm gonna try to have to think about this stupid quote. Never underestimate the ability of a people to hold off a superior force, even from a poorly designed fortress. I think that's the actual quote right there. But whatever. I've made my point.
The maker.
On your guard! Stay still!
Still worked out, despite all your bumbling, the maker.
All of them? Nope, missed one.
Warden Commander, we've received word of another wave of Darkspawn approaching the city. They will be here within a day.
Then let's prepare. Wait, what do you mean?
Most of the survivors are taking refuge in the Chantry. The militia has set up a base of operations there. You can rest and resupply there. In the meantime, my men and I will search for more survivors.
Okay.
As you wish.
Warden Commander, come quickly. The Darkspawn are still breaking through.
Are the gates not shut?
It's not the gates that are the problem. They're coming from the inn.
Oh my god, close the freaking tunnels!
May God bless you, Warden Commander.
Dark, you... Hey. That's right, they're stealing the booze! Oh, hey, everyone leveled. Hang on, I gotta satisfy Colgrim really quick here. Colgrim goes unsatisfied. But yes, Organ's Quest, Felsi, we did not do because it didn't trigger. I'm dead. What happened there? He's dead. I think one sniper just killed my entire party. I mean, Ogren's got this, because he's tanking like crazy, but what the crap?
I'm injured.
And yeah, Battle Mage off. Hang on, I guess I'll just check. Hang on, first, if you would please. Let's get rid of that. Thank you. But yeah, the whole benefit of the Arcane Warrior has gone at this point. So you can respec out of it if you wanted to. Put the points somewhere else. What do you think the voice direction was for that?
Or do you actually think you have a chance?
Like, was he told, this is what you're going to sing when you activate a song? Actually, yeah, Awakening was given a respec option. So, yay. He's just like, oh. Oh.
On your guard. On it.
One more.
I've got you! A friend yet? Destructive forces of nature.
Honestly, yeah, you're probably right, Von Falkenstein. Would you stop running from me?
This should be easy enough.
Please. No, seriously, could you quit it, please? It's quite frustrating.
We have done well.
This should be easy enough.
Yeah, I like it. They're like, hey, we know you're tired of fighting Darkspawn, so you're going to fight tons and tons of Darkspawn. But hang on. We added one new type of Darkspawn that you can also fight. So here you go. Have fun.
Right.
Yeah, it's also super gross. Just for you. You're welcome. Hey, city guards, you want to help me fight this guy, or just to stand there? Guys? Guys, you want to help me in this fight? Never mind.
Darkspawn approach. Watch for their blood. As you wish. This should be easy enough. Let's get started.
You don't stand a chance!
Move and parry! Strike and kill! As you wish. Let's get started.
God damn it.
Come at you! Right. As you wish. Oh!
So, there's the armored ogre, also known as your nightmare.
On it.
I mean, it's an armored ogre. I don't feel the need to add anything to that.
Right.
Time to die!
It's okay, Agron's got this. Oh, hey, it's a lamppost in winter. Anyways. Point, actually. Sorry, I just realized we should do this since we're barreling to the end game here. So.
Into the fray!
Awakening, Pika? Whoop, 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 whoop. Yes. When I was doing the Nightmare playthrough, it was the Ultimate Edition, so I had everything. Having said that, there's a couple fights in Nightmare which, get some asterisks to them. Hopefully gonna be fighting one of those in probably about an hour. We keep pace. Generally speaking, I try to keep those kind of characters in for the purpose the reviews are. But if there was someone absolutely terrible, then yeah, I'd nuke their face off.
Commander, the Darkspawn are retreating.
Survivors?
They are being tended to. By the Maker's mercy, only a few were infected by the Darkspawn. The Architect's messenger has given us directions to the Mother's lair. We must pursue her.
Let's do it.
Commander, what should we do with the messenger?
Let him go.
It shall be as you say. Maker watch over you, Commander.
Final dungeon time.
Praise the Maker.
For real, this time.
You've saved...
Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt, lady.
Right.
Hey, deja vu. Or rather, this will be deja vu in a bit. Hopefully in a few hours.
It's either you or me, and it isn't going to be me.
Yep, the keep has fallen in a matter of hours. Now, a good writer... that sounds insulting. A good writer would use that as a plot point. Imagine a properly defended keep that, in Dragon Age setting that falls in just a few hours. That would be insane, right? Like, that would be the kind of thing that would make everyone be like, oh my god. Holy crap, how is that even possible? You could do an entire story centered around how did a keep fall within a few hours, right? Because, yeah, exactly. Everyone's first thought would be betrayal. Someone opened the gates. So, what the crap? But here it's just like, oh yeah, no, this is the consequence of your decision. So, you know. Another armored ogre. Gotta have as many of those as possible. Yeah, Grey Warden Keep that is forewarned and forearmed. Yeah, exactly, more Nimrod. I still think Awakening is a net positive overall. I'll have to check the numbers in a minute. But I'm starting to think it's a lot less of a net positive than I was expecting. When you guys are done killing everything in the universe, could you come get this thing off me, please? No rush, obviously. Just, you know, if you could, I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Appreciate you.
Let's make this quick!
We didn't see Logain in Awakening. I'm not even sure what caused that to not trigger. Then again, as I talked about, it's really easy to permanently miss stuff in Awakening. So let me tell you what you missed with Logain. Logain's in the Grey Wardens. He's actually doing pretty well for himself. He gives you some... You just teleported me. Possibly, Lord Harriman. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Logain gives you some items, which is neat and all. Could you, like, chill for 5 seconds? Jesus Christ. And he's being tasked with helping to rebuild the Grey Warden Order. Okay, cool. That makes perfect sense. He's being sent to Orlais to do it. And you could point out the amusement of that fact to him. And he himself is just like, yep. They're sending me to Orlais. Cool. And that's it. It's a cameo. It is, however, one of the stronger connections to Origins in this game, so make of that what you will. Oh, no, remember, we're the Orlesian... I don't know, Venters. Like, I give up. I have no answers for anything that's going on in this game anymore. That's true. I have heard that old Vulcan saying. Agreed, Papanix. And we'll get there when we get there. We will not miss him in Inquisition. Oh my god. Could you just not... Like, I just... Really? Can we not?
This should be easy enough.
You know, I'm not sure which combat song I like less in Dragon Age. The one that's playing right now or the other Darkspawn one? Because there's the two. There's the... And then there's the... You know, the Greedfall one. They both suck. I'm sorry. In my opinion, they both suck.
On your guard.
I mean, wouldn't you, Pika? Like...
Only one shall stand.
I mean, the phrase "only Nixon could go to China" does exist for a reason. It's not because he was the best choice. It's because he was the only choice. Politically, culturally. Nobody was going to let that happen. Like, nobody was going to be able to go there and not be labeled a pinko other than someone who had already established strong anti-communist leanings in their career. In truth, lots of people could have done that. You know, lots of people, you know, had well-established, no, I'm not a commie things going on.
I'm better.
You'll also notice there's no special songs at all for the final dungeon or final boss fight, Fulgrim. It's the same music we've been having for both this whole time. You know my opinions on that. And I know that's kind of more of a JRPG thing than a WRPG. But I can name at least one at least one WRPG that has a pretty distinct final dungeon, final boss, 1-2 combo that at least feels and, you know, does some epicness to really emphasize the moment. That would be Oblivion, by the way. Time to kill the architect. It's okay. Canonically, he just jumps into another Darkspawn and reconstitutes. Also, killing or saving the architect, even though it should be a gigantic setting-affecting choice, has no impact on anything anywhere at all other than one line of dialogue in Dragon Age 2.
No, Uther. That is not how this must begin. I owe you an apology, Commander. When last we met, I intended to explain myself. Fate, however, intervened.
Explain.
I restrained you, only to prevent the misunderstanding that occurred with the rest of your order.
Yeah, the sort of misunderstanding that ends with a field of dead bodies. Uh-huh. I get those sometimes.
I sent the Wizard to ask for the Grey Warden's help. I should have anticipated that you might view our approach as an attack. I am rarely able to judge how your kind will react. It was most unfortunate.
You wanted our help?
The Grey Wardens that were brought to me were already dead. I took their blood just as I took yours, because I had little choice. Things have not gone as I planned. I only ask that you hear me out. Should you still wish to slay me afterwards, you may try.
Alright.
My kind has ever been driven to seek out the old gods. This is our nature. When we find one, a blight is begun. Each time we attack your surface lands and you fight back until we are defeated. To break the cycle, my brethren must be freed of their compulsion. For that, I need Grey Warden blood.
I can't tell what I like more about your outfit. The random, like, leather straps that make up your shoulders, or that one earring you have in your lips.
In order to become what you are, you drink the blood of my kind. To transform. Similarly, we must transform. I have created a version of your joining that uses the blood of Grey Wardens. You take the taint into yourself. What we take is your resistance. That is how my brethren are freed. In your blood lies the key to their immunity against the call of the old gods.
I like my blood where it is, in my veins.
Game?
Once they are freed, the Darkspawn think for themselves. They speak, they act. Some, however, have reacted poorly. They are flawed and they rage against me. The Mother gathers them to stop me, as she seeks to stop you. I cannot defeat the Mother alone, and I cannot free the Darkspawn unless she is defeated. Our goals are the same.
Darkspawn or no, he has a good point. Do we really want to keep killing each other forever?
Help me kill the Mother, and after it is done, I will leave to continue my work.
What's the Mother?
My most flawed creation. Freedom drove her mad, and she has poisoned the minds of the others. She has influence with the ones who have not been freed, and she gathers them as an army. I do not seek to rule, my brethren. I only seek to release them from their chains.
How did you become freed?
I was born as I am, an outsider amongst my kind. Why? I do not know. Why do some of your kind become Grey Wardens? Why do some possess magic? I have no answers.
So, I should mention this has been retconned. He's one of the original Magisters. Moving on.
And how would they know when the choice has been deprived of them? Without choice, there is only one path before them, and that leads to the Blight. I believe there is another way.
Alright, let's do it.
What if he's wrong? What if this doesn't stop the Blight, but makes something worse?
Hey, if playing with their newfound minds keeps the Darkspawn away from Orzammar, I'm happy.
Thank you, Commander. I realize what a leap of faith this is for you. I hope that I prove worthy of your trust. The Mother lies ahead, Warden. I cannot approach her physically. Her children protect her from my power. But when you reach her, I will do whatever I can to help you. You have my promise.
So, having said that, to be very, very clear, it is a retcon from an out-of-universe perspective. It actually would make a degree of sense if he is not aware of his own origins. For multiple reasons that have already been listed in chat. I don't feel the need to reiterate them there. I'm just pointing out, it's a retcon. There's no denying this. There's no arguing this. That's not the part that matters. The part that matters is it good retcon? And that I'm not so sure about. Get off, Ogren.
You had it coming.
I think we will give a story positive to the Architect, but unfortunately, I think we will only give one. The harsh reality is, I don't think they use him either as well as they should, or as often as they should, or both. Good but underutilized, you know?
This should be easy enough. Come now!
Oh, and I'm pretty sure a 13th level mage in Dragon Age would be able to do some interesting and fun stuff, but substantially more to the point of your question, I have no idea if they would join the Chantry or not. It would depend on the individual. Mages can be all kinds of people, after all. Well, don't worry. The Architect has exactly one line referencing him in the next 2 games. It's funny you say that, Giga Pudding, because actually, some of you probably remember, the Awakening ad campaign was all about the Architect. It kept building him up as the big bad, the new, intelligent Darkspawn who's going to be leading the next wave of Darkspawn threat, and it just... He was the centerpiece. He was the box art character, you know? So, go figure.
Is that all you've got?
We'll talk about Corypheus later. That's true. You did marry Mr. Pudding, after all. We do, Tarhuntas. I just referenced one of them. Although, they don't happen as often as they used to, probably because television doesn't really exist in the same sense of the word anymore. Nevertheless, the answer to your question is yes. You pull up, you know, Hulu or Netflix or whatever other thing that is the closest equivalent to television that you have nowadays. It has ads. It's going to have ads for video games. That would be the most horrible possible fate. I don't feel like dealing with this attack. Let's just do this. Please. Please. Game. Why is this not working? Oh god, I'm out of mana. Come on. I admittedly don't watch the Super Bowl, but I do know, ow, that some of the bigger AAA titles will get on the bigger... the bigger advert cycles, like the Super Bowl, so that makes sense. Where am I? I'm turning around. Here we go. No, something's still wrong down here after my bout of being violently ill last week, and it just hurts. I'm hoping I just have some internal bleeding or bruising somewhere, and that it'll, you know, work itself out. Oh yeah, final boss, by the way. So there she is. Oh yeah, PG-13 warning. For the third and final time.
Now the pieces fall into place. The Grey Warden comes, the instrument of the Father. Oh, and the Father, he is but a shadow. Oh, how my children protect me. How they love me.
Yes and yes, Lothario.
I have told you many times, Mother. I am not the Father. I am simply the Architect.
It does not change what you are. You took away that beautiful music, left us with nothing.
It was a mistake to free you. It has left you with madness. I am truly sorry.
What's done is done. The mother must die.
But perhaps the Warden would like to hear how it was that the Father began the Blight. You want the source of the Archdemon? The one who brought all our kind to the surface? Here he is!
Well, paint me green and call me a turnip.
Ah, there it is then. Unfortunate. I did find the old god Athemiel, but I did not wish another blight. I attempted my joining ritual. My hope was that this would free all Darkspawn, unravel the curse from its source. Alas, I was unlucky.
Enough.
Is it not the way of the Grey Wardens to do what must be done, in the name of combating the Blight? The Blight is a menace, both for your people and for mine. To end it requires sacrifice and risk.
And how lonely the Father was. How terrible to be the outcast, the outsider. He claims he wishes the Darkspawn to be free, but what he truly wants is to correct them.
However you feel about what I have done, the Mother is mad. She cannot be allowed to...
Begone, Shadow! You cannot harm the Mother any more than you already have. And now the hero is alone. Oh, the Mother knows your ways. You will not let her be, no, not after what she's done. So it must end. It all must come crashing down! Perhaps we will hear the song again when we die. Oh, let it come. Let it come.
Cool. Yeah, this fight can turbo suck, just like the last one can. For almost the same reason, even. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez.
Stand still! Let me at him!
Okay, so anyways, let's reload that fight, because we just died.
It was a mistake. My hope was...
Anyways, take two. This does not bode well for the actual hardest fight in the game. And there's another harder fight after this too. So we've got two harder fights than this one coming up. So that's great.
Missed your shots! To battle!
No, the Harvester's the hardest fight in the entire game, in my opinion. There's nothing that comes to the level of the Harvester. But there is still another fight that I think is harder than this one. And that's in Witch Hunt. Now that's a good question, Lord Aramon. Because, to be perfectly blunt, I don't think the...
Let's make this quick!
I don't... By memory, I would not call the Harvester fight a good one. A well-designed fight. We'll see.
To battle!
Emily,
Wait a minute.
is that all you've got? Is it just
Potion.
me, or do you actually think you have a chance?
Keep them
You're
on their
mine!
toes!
Well, Ogren's dead, so that's cool.
Show me what you've got.
Fix that. Let's keep shooting the mother. Alright, you ready for the in-depth, amazing ending to Dragon Age Awakening? And that was it. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, very BioWare ending. There's a reason I say Origins is one of the only BioWare games ever to have a decent ending. After the deaths of the mother, the remaining Darkspawn forces scattered and fled back to the Deep Roads. The raids on Amaranthine came to an abrupt end. The Architect apparently kept his word, gathering his remaining disciples to follow the rest of their kind back into the underground. Those Grey Wardens and other nations were appalled to hear the Architect's continued existence, but were unable to track him down despite years of effort. Some within the Order have claimed the Architect's survival guarantees another blight, and yet the Deep Roads have been quieter than any can recall. Most have resignedly decided it's now in the Maker's hands. That's the one Shadow Machine. That's the other one I was thinking about. Word of the Grey Warden's heroic salvation of Amaranthine spread like wildfire. When the magnitude of the losses at Vigil's Keep came to light, sympathy drove generous donations from all over Ferelden into the region's coffers. Amaranthine was restored to her former glory within a year. Vigil's Keep? 5. Because of the Warden's support for law and order, Constable Aiden and his men were able to distribute the smugglers' goods to the battered survivors in the grueling days that followed. The Darkspawn messenger, set free after joining the Wardens, struck out on his own. The city soon buzzed with stories of a cloaked but lisping figure who aided travelers in danger. At the same time, reports of isolated cases of Darkspawn disease emerged. No one connected the two. The Arling's peasants suffered greatly during the war, and worse still in the years that followed. Success at the first riot at the Vigil's Keep emboldened them, and thus other uprisings followed, often put down with brutality. Although the war devastated many farms of the Arling, all agreed the loss would have been greater without soldiers for protection. The farm holders developed a certain reverence for the Warden Commander, as well as an ongoing reliance on the Grey Wardens. Dirk, one of the pranksters behind the orphan scam, was fortunate enough to survive the Battle of Amaranthine. the unconditional generosity of the Blight Orphan's mysterious benefactor, inspired him to establish a legitimate charity dedicated to children orphaned in the attack. Keep in mind, we didn't even start that quest. Vigil's Keep stood alone against the horde of the Darkspawn. The Mother's forces outnumbered the Vigil's defenders many times over. But the sturdy dwarven walls proved impervious to any boulder an ogre could throw. The Vigil's soldiers, clad in silverite, each felled a dozen Darkspawn before they died. The Vigil held one night, and then two, and then a week, and eventually the attacking horde broke on her walls. The Keep developed an almost mythic reputation, and the few survivors immortalized in song and legend. The Vigil became a trading hub that would eventually eclipse the city of Amaranthine, with traders reassured by guards continuously patrolling the path. But prosperity bred scheming and treachery between merchants and nobles, testing the commander's patience for years to come. Peace allowed the Wardens to replenish their numbers. Soon, the Vigil Keep bore a capable army with the Wardens at its core. From their ranks emerged new heroes to challenge threats to Amaranthine and all of Ferelden. Though through taxes and levies, the keep was rebuilt. Years later, Voldrik Glavnok stood on the battlements and pronounced the defenses were acceptable. He would never speak more highly of any human engineering. Dark whispers of the conspiracy against the Wardens fell silent after a rash of accidents and disappearances, culminating in the apparent suicide of Ban Esmerel. The nobles of Amaranthine remained dutiful. Some even suggest they were cowed into submission. Dworkin Glavenok further refined his lyrium sand explosives, but left the Warden's employ after the Cunari mercenaries tried to assassinate him. Although the Dwarven Bombardier took his secrets with him, the learned say he left clues for others to follow in his footsteps. The Vigil's soldiers, wearing the distinctive silverite armor that Master Wade crafted, came to be known as the Silver Order. Under the tutelage of the Wardens, the Silver Order developed into one of Ferelden's most revered military forces, a lasting memory of the Vigil's famous commander. With Villana and the Architect gone from the region, the Pilgrim's Path began to see traffic once again. The massacre of the militiamen and the merchants, however, led to hostilities between the neighboring human settlements and any Dalish clans that passed by. One human villager soon kidnapped and murdered a Dalish child. The clans reacted by giving the Wending Wood a wide berth, but both sides knew that at some point the elves would be back for revenge. A few years after Kal Hiral was emptied of Darkspawn, Orzammar began sending expeditions to rediscover knowledge of the smithing that had been lost within the Taig. Eventually, House Helmi decided that Kal Hiral was too important to be abandoned. At tremendous cost of dwarven lives, they cleared the tunnels leading to Kal Hiral of all Darkspawn, making the road between Orzammar and the fortress safe once again. Kal Hiral was reclaimed for Orzammar once and for all. In time, the Arling began to forget the tales of apparitions in the Black Marsh, and ever so slowly, settlers drifted into the region. Scholars said the veil was still thin there, and thus still dangerous, but people only cared that there were no longer frightening whispers from the shadows. The village was rebuilt. Twice the Baroness's mansion was rebuilt and occupied, once by a wealthy mansion, and the other time by an Orlesian mage. Both times they died mysteriously. Afterwards, the mansion was torn down completely, and the site left untouched. Anders remained with the Grey Wardens for a few years, training the next order of mages. Sure he did. But when the Circle Tower called on him to deliver a lecture on the nature of the Architect, much to the Templars' dismay, Anders told the Commander of the Grey his time with the Wardens was over. It was time for him to go to the sequel, which by that point in time had happened 6 years ago. Now that Anders was no longer a Warden, the Templars declared him an apostate, finally catching the maid when he tried to destroy his phylactery. He escaped from the tower an 8th and then a 9th time before disappearing entirely. When the walls of Vigil's Keep were breached, the surviving defenders watched in horror as a section of the collapsed tower fell upon Villana. When the rubble was cleared, there was no body. After spending a number of years with the Wardens, Nathaniel realized his life was not for him. He disappeared from the barracks one evening, reportedly going off to seek fortune outside of Ferelden. Justice fought valiantly at the keep, but before the victory horn was sounded, a Darkspawn sword removed Kristoff's head. It was unclear whether the spirit of justice departed or was defeated, but at the very least, Kristoff's wife was finally able to reclaim her husband's ashes. Sigrun led the charge against the Darkspawn when Vigil's Keep was attacked. Once again, she had an army behind her, and once again they fought with no hope of survival. This time, Sigrun did not flee. Oghren continued to regale young Warden recruits with tales of his prowess in battle and in bed. His drinking games prompted at least one recruit to declare she'd rather reattempt the joining than lift another mug. Felsi returned to Vigil's Keep several times to see Oghren, usually bringing their toddler as well. His inability to act seriously wore on her, and her visits dwindled and then stopped altogether. If Oghren missed her or his child, he He never showed it. As for the savior of Ferelden, she did not remain commander of the Great for long. The Darkspawn were no longer a real concern. The Blight was well and truly over. It was time for her to move on. Some claimed the commander reunited with the red-haired bar known as Liliana. They'd venture together still. The pair were spotted in Denerim a year after the Blight's end. No matter the truth, the commander never did return to Vigil Keep. The end. They're all dead, Baron von Thule. They're all dead. Let's get this crap over with. Yep, no, that's the right one.
They called it Amgarrak. Victory. Out of arrogance or optimism.
Hi, Varric.
They hoped to earn a victory for the Dwarven people by recreating Caridin's research. But the tide was abandoned. The researchers lost. The Deep Road swallowed Amgarrak in the dream of reclaiming our former glory. While the Darkspawn ravaged the surface, we sent an expedition to uncover the Tig. My brother was with them. They never returned. I write to you, Warden, because you have accomplished things others have declared impossible. Help me find my brother and bring him home. This is a matter of great sensitivity, and I can trust no one but you. Ever your humble servant, Jarek Dace.
Look at that beard on Varric. So let's get this out of the way. This DLC does have some nice atmosphere, but
thank you again.
This is going to be a big net negative.
Everyone else had given up, but I couldn't abandon Brogan. He's my brother. I apologize for insisting that you come alone. House Dace does not want the location of Amgarrak known to the rest of Orzammar.
Let's just go.
Amgarrak is not too far ahead.
So, let's go ahead and get this out of the way really quickly. Here's problem number one with Amgarrak. There's our party. It's established for us. They are built badly. And I'm just going to say that as bluntly as I can. They are built badly. They are not well optimized or well built. And that you might think, well, who cares? Well, part of the problem here is that this is the super optional DLC. This is the DLC they added for the people who wanted a challenge in this game. We're about to fight the hardest boss fight in the entire game. And they give us these losers. Yeah, by the way, just to be really clear, I'm going to give this a real shot. But if we fail at this fight, I'm just going to put it down and move on. That's where we're at. That's how it is. Just letting you know. You know what? I would agree with that, Lord Harriman. One moment, please. So, one of the most common builds I hear of to get through this fight is actually a rogue archer, and you're probably thinking, oh, bull crap, but no, hear me out. There are specific items you can get across the whole game. One's in Dragon Age Origins, one's in the Ostagar DLC, one comes from Awakening, and I don't remember where all the others are, but you get my point, right? There are very specific items all over, like, Dragon Age, and you get your archer with that whole suit of gear on, and that's your build, that's your strategy, is to have that set up. It actually kind of breaks the game a little bit. The net result is your attack animation has no wind-up. If you don't know what I mean by that, that means you've got your bow and you do this. Plink, 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 plink. You get the idea. And that may not sound like a big deal, but combined with a couple of other things, that not only means you are machine gunning, but it also means you will never be interrupted. It also means, if you set up a couple of other things with that, you will be auto-critting that fast. And that's how you fight the Harvester. Now, we're not doing that, obviously, because we're a mage. But you get the point.
This is Snug. He'll be helping us.
Oh yeah, let's get some... Oh yeah, we're now suddenly the healer.
This place makes me uneasy.
So that's cool. It's okay, I have res. Go deal. Let's see how they deal with a fight, just kind of without me. Notice our health, by the way.
No one can stop me. I failed them.
So yeah, they just got murdered. Now, you probably didn't catch that, but this random Hurlock right here has about 1,000 health. Now, if that doesn't sound like a large amount of health, keep in mind that the most powerful single target ability I have right now does about 100. And we're dead. I hate this DLC.
This is Snug. He'll be helping us.
Oh, and in case you missed that, if Jarrett goes down, Snug goes down too. The Bronto is actually probably one of the better setups here. Come on, come on, target him. What? We're dead. I didn't see what got us. I was trying to cast a spell. That's a good question. Let's double check. Oh yeah, we're on easy. Now to ban Czar forever. Bam. There we go. Like I said, I make no promise to actually finish this.
Darkspawn. Our men will not have fallen to such a modest number of Darkspawn. There's something more sinister here.
Aw, well that makes sense, Evo. I think you guys
seen anything like this. It's not right.
Celebrate Labor Day as well. Well, that's death. I'm not even gonna get up before they kill me. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. Okay, okay, we're okay. Okay, just kind of chill for a minute.
Ancestors, guide my arm! Look, the mist is shifting. Golem. We must be getting close to Amgarrak.
This should be easy enough.
Oh god, Lothario.
This is one of Caridin's golems, but modified. They must have experimented on existing golems in Amgarrak. Maybe they also learned the secret to building new ones.
We should move on.
I wonder if this golem is still functional. There might be a control rod somewhere.
I've beaten this on Nightmare, Caspian. I have nothing to prove here. Well, okay, hang on. Asterisk. I have beaten this on hard. I have nothing to prove here. Furthermore, I really don't feel like playing this game tomorrow. So we're not going to. So one way or another, we're going to finish Dragon Age tonight. That's it. It's locked in. It's in stone.
Desperation is an ugly feeling. You or me, and it isn't going to be me.
House Chase will reign supreme.
Right.
There, on the table. Is that the control rod for a golem?
I'm actually irritated that Awakening took as long as it did. Because, you know, it was a whole lot of that was just padding. And nothing we're doing from now on is really going to raise the score of this game. It's only going to lower it. So that's cool. Good night, Colgrim. See you around. You know, I'm not sure, Lord Harriman. I guess we'll have to see when we get there. I don't know, Evo. I would have to pause and go check, which would mean not playing Amgarrak. And now I'm losing my train of thought. No, it's okay. I'm officially, like, for the first time, or like the third time, you can actually say, I'm officially in a goddamn hurry. So let's just get on with this.
This golem will be
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Don't care anymore. Let's go. Let's go. Why aren't we done yet? This game should be over. I suppose the alternative is just resigning myself to another shift tomorrow of doing the frickin' Dragon Age, and God, I really don't want to.
Did you see where they went? Someone's here. I'm starting to see strange things. I'm not comfortable here, Warden. Stalkers are running scared. Whatever's going on in Amgarrak is related to this, and most likely causing it.
And yeah, as Lord Harriman points out, the Orlesian Warden from Awakening can play Witch Hunt. For some reason. Okay. That's a thing that just happened.
This should be easy enough. Come now, defend yourself.
You know what? You know what? One moment, please.
The Stalkers are running scared. Whatever's going on in Amgarrak is related to this, and most likely causing it.
Really? Pause.
I am your destiny. Did you feel that? I thought I felt something brush past me.
At least we get Varrok's voice actor here. That's nice. He is a good voice actor. Legit.
On it.
That's one of the men I sent on the expedition. What's going on here? This is the door to Amgarrak. We made it.
Get out of my way, please. Thank you.
What the? What sort of magic is this? Blast. We'll have to find another exit.
Yeah, this may sound pathetic, but I honestly think Dragon Age Origins score
Keep your wits about you. Dozens of men have been lost here. I'm not looking to add to that number.
Will be lower than it should be because of its DLCs. Origins and Awakening, sure. Big net positive. Great game. But each DLC you add onto that just kind of drags the score down and down and down. And I include Liliana's at that, by the way.
Wasn't a dwarf or any creature I recognize. I don't like this.
I agree completely, Lord Harriman.
Watch out.
Oh no.
We won the day.
Okay, they're all dead. Yeah, no, exactly, Ross. This is the Master Quest problem.
Brogan.
In a nutshell.
What's wrong with him? This magic, this light. I can't even touch him. Brogan. Brother, can you hear me?
Listen, the shadows. They whisper.
What is this? Some sort of surfacer curse? He's here. I can see him. He's still alive.
We'll figure it out.
I hope you're right, Warden. I'm not leaving this place without him. I'm going to save you, little brother. Just hold on.
No, exactly, Pancakes. The problem is, Origins is already a long game, and then the DLC makes it longer. And the DLC doesn't really add anything on the gameplay axis, so something you probably are just getting to the point where you've had your fill of it starts to get old. And then you keep going, and then you keep going, and then you keep going, right? One moment. I need to write down some voice acting positives really quick. I think Awakening... Oh, that's a good... Oh, sorry, that's not what you asked, Ross. There are such a thing. I mean, expansion effect is a real thing. It's just... Well, the other thing that Kira White Noise dubbed, I can't remember the name of it, but they came up with this great idea for it. Cash-in syndrome is a lot more common, I think, than expansion effect. Citadel was a big net positive. I had issues with Citadel, but that was a huge net positive. That raised Mass Effect 3's score substantially. Here, just for you, Evo. So Awakening was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So Awakening was a net +5 to story. And, one moment, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Four, 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, and -3 to story, or gameplay, sorry. So that's still a net +2 to Awakening. So it is still net positive. There you go. There's the answer. Sorry, that took me a moment.
I think we're being followed.
I sense something drawing near. Warden senses tingling. This should be easy enough. Right. Let's make this quick, shall we?
It is more complicated than that.
It had hands and a face. What is that? It's huge.
It's something I don't want to do.
Did you see that creature? It can't have just disappeared. Probably escaped through that crevice.
Admittedly, negative for stupidity is something we've certainly given away, Dr. Winter. I don't know, what do y'all think in chat about Dr. Winter's proposed negative? My headcanon warden, Zethmias, is a human mage who married Morgan, had a child by her.
Some foul magic afoot here.
And I don't know what else to say about him, actually. But that's him.
The switches divert the lyrium streams, causing unpredictable effects. They can alter the very environment. It must be magic, but our understanding of such things is limited.
Old godchild, who is then freed from it.
Whoever this is was torn limb from limb.
Can't help you now. Have to hide. Have to be quiet.
Where's the damn switch? Oh, god damn it. How did I...
I'm not here. I'm not here.
You see, what you should say, Lord Harriman, is, I'll agree to agree with you if you agree with me on my next point I'm going to suggest. And, like, start bargaining, like, voting power with regards to pluses and negatives. That sounds terrible.
I know these men. They look like they were ripped apart. Ancestors, what happened here?
Where's the... Oh, there's the switch. I literally didn't see it. Da-dum-dee, da-dum-da. Da-dum-dee, da-dum-da. Sorry.
I felt something shift. Oh my god. Everything looks so unreal. Everything looks like Brogan did. I have to get back to Brogan.
God, this is satisfying. There's something extraordinarily cathartic about this.
I'm not here. I'm not.
Brogan, I'm here. You're all right.
Jarek? No, no, Jarek. Can't stay. Get out. Go.
What?
The light was all around. Went through me. Everyone disappeared. No, have to hide, Jarek. Have to hide.
Brogan?
Died? All dead. Torn apart. Harvested. Stop it. Destroy everything. Please find Darien.
I know Darien Olmec. He's a scholar who led the expedition. Brogan, listen. Is Darien Olmec still alive?
Yes. No. No, no, no. I don't want to be taken. Get
Is
it away.
this the Quarian from Mass Effect 2's voice actor?
Easy, brother. You did well.
You know the one. The one who's freaking out. Seeker swarms.
He probably has some understanding of this place. We need to find him. I know my brother. He's a survivor. He might be a little confused, but his sword arm is as steady as ever. Let's go. Brogan too.
Yay, we have our full party. They're all built like crap.
Do you know what's happening? The realm the humans call the Fade.
I don't know, I do like it killing exterminators. Don't read into that too much. I mean, yeah, we're kind of doing a DLC where they're harvesting people for some kind of horrible experiments. And spoilers, it is horrible. That is where this is going.
Wrong way.
Oh, sorry, wrong way. My bad. I'm honestly not sure where to go on this. I've only done Amgarrak, like, 4 times counting this time.
Squish. They all went squish.
So. You're probably thinking, why so many? Well, there was the establishing canon playthrough. There was the hard playthrough. I've already referenced that one.
Excellent.
There was the lore run. Which, yeah, we did it during the lore run. And there's right now. Oh, I can't go this way. Why aren't you dead? I know I'm an idiot, but am I the only one having trouble seeing where I'm going right now? I know I've streamed this before.
Let's get started.
This is blood. And those are lumps of flesh. I'm afraid of what we'll find here.
Yeah, this filter is hard to parse. And it's pretty much why I keep getting turned around, is because I keep having trouble telling where I am versus where I've been. Wait, what? Doesn't help that I don't know this DLC that well, because I've only done it the 4 times. 3 times, or whatever. I'm sorry, Tarhuntus. If it makes you feel any better, I do still think this is a good game. Worthy of playing through.
Use not stone or metal, but flesh. Flesh of the dying, the diseased, the castless.
Sweet, so that makes sense. I do hate that they just have the fade music in here. It's probably the only thing that detracts from the atmosphere.
No! Don't touch the switches!
Touching the switches!
This is the only way, Rogan.
No.
That's how it starts. Itchy, twitchy fingers have to touch, have to play with everything. Then it comes, takes itchy, twitchy fingers. You'll see. You'll see.
Get out of my way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, we're okay, we're okay. No, I was right. Okay, cool, whatever. It does drag a bit. Now, Evo, meanwhile, is like, what? This is just a short RPG. I mean, it's still shorter than Baldur's Gate 3. This way, I think? I know, right, Ross? Anyway, so then we beat the DLC because I'm tired of being here. Then we did it! Yay, we did it! Whew, alright. Man, that was a great DLC. That was so great. That was the best DLC in the history of the universe. It's okay, our next game, Wandering Doll, is Dragon Age 2. And then Dragon Age Inquisition. Then Grand Theft Auto 5. Kill me, Wandering Doll. Just kill me. No, Django. I'm looking up a walkthrough. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, blah, 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 blah.
I felt something.
But I already... okay, whatever. Oh, no question. Keep in mind that was also fairly firmly in the era of the EA trying really hard to make forever games. And I'm pretty sure you know my opinion on Forever games. Yeah, I don't have the care in me to do this normally, Django. Got all the way to Amgarrak, and it's like, yeah, let's just get on with this.
Rest.
We're done here. Yeah, no kidding, Ross.
Do you know what's happening? Is this the realm the humans call the Fade? We've won the day.
Squish. They all went to squish.
I mean, I could do this legitimately if we want to sacrifice about another 5 hours to this. And I'm not actually exaggerating. I really do think about 5 hours is what it would take to really wrap everything up here. Hey, there we go.
No! 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 Switches!
We have to. This is the only way, Brogan.
No, not that way. That's how it started.
The way is still closed. This barrier must depend on another switch.
Okay, maybe you weren't listening. I said purple, please.
Or piece by piece by piece. Terlock screaming here.
As you
Insides dragged out.
Looks like someone was badly injured and trying to get away from something.
I'm also a little underleveled and extraordinarily non-optimized for this particular thing, so I can do this, and I have done this, but oh my god. Vigil, that was his name. Kyle Vigil, I think. Something like that.
Let's get started. This should be easy enough.
Well, we found him. Poor bastard. Ancestors look kindly on him.
Darien gone? But together, not in pieces. Luckier than most.
They called it the Harvester. They knew it was a terrible mistake, and they trapped it within these tunnels. Our foolish greed led us here, and now we are trapped along with it. Our only hope is to destroy everything. The creature, the research, the magic that sustains this place. I must get to the forge. But the doors are sealed. It will take a specific combination of switches. I must think more.
This is madness. You want us to destroy everything? After all we've done to reclaim this place? All the men we've lost?
Trust him. Darien understands. Darien sees.
Yeah, we have the anti-spider mod, Django, but what do you mean? 'Cause that sounds like you're emphasizing something else. Oh, God damn it. It was, YMWC. Oh, that's W. Reset. There we go. No. This is... Oh, what is this? This is the hero's defense from Awakening. Let's try this again. Y. YMW. Yep, the air has...
Not in there.
I thought you trusted Darien. He said to go to the forge. That's where everything is, including my research.
No, Jarek. Can't you hear it? Jitter, skitter, in there, waiting. It'll wear your face, Jarek. Take it off in rips and strips.
So. That's the Harvester. I'm going to show this thing off legit a little bit. This thing is so hilariously overtuned, it's honestly kind of funny. Yep, we're going to stay back for a minute. Because we need to make sure that, Yep.
Look at this mess! I love it! Only one shall stand. How about you?
Yeah, there's something that'll be coming up, which will make substantially less sense based on what you're looking at right now. How much health? Could someone do me a favor and Google how much health this stupid thing has? I know it's some ungodly number, especially for a game like this, where you usually hit the double or triple digits. I mean, well, we'll get there. We'll get
Let's get started. This should be easy enough. Right.
The Harvester. 9,690 for Phase 1. Oh, and we're dead, by the way. Well, we managed to get a decent chunk through Phase 1. That's not too shabby. We are dead, though, so let's rewind a second here. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. Well, we're not cheating, really. Like, I have the ability to just Thanos snap anything out of existence. But for obvious reasons, I want you to really appreciate this monstrosity. Pop this, speaking of which.
This is for those who died here. Its skin is hardening. Weapons are no longer effective. Try magic.
Why do you have rock armor on? God damn it. Aren't you healing? God damn it. Just hang on. God, I forgot to tell them to heal themselves because they don't realize that healing themselves is something they can do. I know. That's my fault. That's my fault. There. Take 2. Or 3, actually.
Let's get started.
Whoop, no. Oh, God. That instantly activates the buffs that I don't want it to. Whoa. And he's dead immediately. Jesus Christ, I don't even have... I am curious why the default tactics thing does not include any option to heal. Like, you'd think that would be baked in, right? It's pretty standard. And he's dead.
Weapons are no longer effective. Try magic.
Okay. What I mean, Django, is this is default with one exception. This is automatically designed by the developers. They built this. So is this, so is this. There's no heal here. Like, that just feels like a very strange decision to me, that's all. I'm not gonna ding it for it. It's just, why didn't you add a heal there? Confusion, as the saying goes. That's true. Nobody heals. That's what Dragon Age Inquisition is for. And yes, it will be getting a negative for that. At least one. Error minimum. That's true, the Golem has a heal.
Desperation is an ugly perfume.
Oh shoot. Okay, no, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. Oh, Golem's dead. Anyways. Phase 2. Phase 2 of 5,000. Ah! I remember the first time I pulled that thing down in hard. And I was like, oh, thank God, that was such an awful, aggravating, boring slog fight. And then Phase 2 started, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And this is... You'll notice Phase 1 is just a slog. It's very, very basic. He hits like a truck. Periodically, he goes invincible, so you have to go hit the switch. He likes to throw a portion of his body, which does an ass ton of damage, by the way. And that ass ton of damage will just murder the crap out of someone. And he summons ads. So, you know, boring. But then we got this phase, which does this. You'll notice that we've still got the red phase going on. So, you know, that's cool. Although this time the switches aren't there. So that's substantially less cool.
How about you?
Strengthens me.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
We actually beat Phase 2 legit. No. So notice, the Golem immediately gets killed in the background. Just instantly.
Forge is destroyed, like Darien wanted.
The creature is dead. There could be other notes. More information to...
No, Jarek. Not worth more death.
Now, I've seen worse boss fights, so I'm not going to pile drive onto this. But I do think that fight deserves a negative. It's dull, and it's overtuned to hell and back.
That's it.
Also, they're stuck in this animation.
It's over. Everything's lost.
No, brother.
We still have Dragon Age 2.
Let's go home.
Oh yeah, and just because this DLC cannot... Well, then I have bad taste, Django. Just because this DLC can't resist being, you know, ridiculous, that happens right at the end. Don't worry, that'll never come up again. Unless you count the boss fight in 2, which I don't. Moving on. So, let's go jot down some notes here, really quick. Because here's the problem, Jongo. Even if I accept the fact that an overtuned boss can be a good thing, which I don't, you have to understand that that's still a boring boss fight. Honestly, even the frickin' Archdemon fight was more interesting than that fight, and I gave that one a negative too, although for slightly different reasons. So let's do Darkspawn Chronicles. Let my enthusiasm seethe out of me here. So, the Warden died during the joining. That's the premise right there. Oh, sorry. We are a Hurlock vanguard, born to lead and eager for blood. Armed with cheats to hurry this up as much as possible. You have been compelled forward. Compelled to kill! Recruit a thrall. Assist the ogre. Kill the defenders. So this could have been a neat thing, and I mean that with total sincerity. But it isn't. Like, that's the simplest way I could explain the Darkspawn Chronicles. It is inoffensive. I have a feeling it will just be a net neutral. But it's just... You want another go at the Battle of Denerim? Because functionally, gameplay-wise, this is just the Battle of Denerim again. With, you know, a setup that you yourself do not get to do. So, you know, yay. So every time you kill opponents, Thrall's rep raises with you. So, like, it gets really close to being a cool mechanic, and if they really develop this, this actually might be neat. It isn't, because they don't. Anyways, then they all die. And then they all die. Oh, he's over here. Yeah, no, they could have done some stuff with this, and instead this feels more like a tech demo than anything else. I like the recruit option. I do. And you gain rep with them by killing, which kind of forms a natural feedback loop. You kill, which makes your recruits better, and because as they gain rep, they gain bonuses, buffs, and all that. Let's just kill it. Yeah, we get to have an ogre on our side, so that's neat. Imagine if Sten wasn't worthless. So now we have to go kill a human lord. Hey, it's Arl Howe. Got to kill him a second time. All my... Oh God, what's that stupid quote? All my 10's days have come at once, or something like that? I don't know, whatever, you get the point. That would be interesting, Lataria, especially if we have some of these new mechanics for it, too. It is a fun idea, more Nimrod. I don't want to sound too negative. It's just for the purposes of a review, this is almost not worth playing. I'm only doing this for the sake of completion, and to really make sure that I cover all my bases and do my due diligence. God's sakes. Sure, let's take off the armor. Oh yeah, look at that difference variance. Yeah, there we go. So, neat, but ultimately, there's a reason we're just cheating our way through this. That's good. Go. Yeah, no, this could have been much worse. This could have been Golems of Amgarrak. Exactly. See, you had the right of it, Evo, all along. Golems are born in armor. Or wait. Golems are born in armor. Oh, God. Hey, die. Thank you. Did you see that delayed reaction? There we go. Okay, okay. Just kink. Put away weapon. Okay, we did it. We have served the Archdemon's will. And we've killed Arl Howe. I'm surprised he lived, honestly. Alright, let's go to the Central Market Square. Sure, I mean, speaking personally, I can absolutely enjoy playing as the bad guy under the right circumstances. How many of you have played an RTS? Especially the older RTSs. Right? Where you have the mission to go, you know, smash through the defenses and be like, wah ha ha ha. No, Warcraft 2, right? No, I'm with it. I get it. I get it. You know what? Did that just one-shot me? Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. Duh. But yes, sorry, Age of Mythology actually has an entire mission built around that conceit. Did you just abandon your ballista to come attack me? What is wrong with you? Exactly, Lothario. You know, this is going to sound strange. I didn't even want to do this, and already I'm more positive about this than I have been about the last, like, 2 DLCs. I'm not saying I'm evil, but, you know. Yeah, let's go recruit a Shriek. I want a Shriek in my party. No, come back, come back. Join my party. Join my party. God damn it, join my party. But, okay, whatever. Fine. Span, Corlic. There's Goldana! Come here, Goldana! Come here, Goldana! Yes! Yes! I'm doing this the slow way. Oh, God, that was unpleasantly satisfying. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Goldana's dead. Should have evacuated her, Alistair. You could have saved her, Alistair. It was if only you had revealed your true parentage to her, she might have survived. Oh, hey, it's Bantegan. What's up, buddy? There's actually a real fight, so let's go. Oh yeah, we gotta go find Wade and unearth the truth behind Heron's identity. Ah, they're dead. Let's just speed this along a little better. Ah, poor Bantegan. He tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it just didn't even matter. Oh, yeah, there's Gorham, by the way. I actually forgot to point it out as we were killing him, but, you know, he dead. There's a bunch of drunks. And Oghren! Oghren! Wait, is it Origins Oghren, who I love dearly as a brother? Or Awakening Oghren, who was a negative to story by himself? Oh, I'm sorry. He was actually 2. Massacre the villagers first. Make Oghren watch as he fails to defend his own. A frightened elf. Oh, it's already dead. Okay. Let's see, did Oghren have anything to do with wine? Wine? Nice. Yeah, you noticed that? Fun fact, Lothario, the first time I ever heard that song was on an AMV. So, I never heard the song until that. We must destroy the humans and their new weapons. Die, humans! Where's Wade? He's not there. Like, I'm confused. There's a knight. It's Vaughn! Come here, Vaughn! Come here, Vaughn! Yeah! This is the 3rd time I've gotten to kill you this playthrough. This is great. I got to kill you as an elf, as myself, and a Darkspawn. There's Wade, by the way, and Heron.
What did I do to deserve this?
Bam! Oh, yeah, that was satisfying. Oh, that was so satisfying. Oh, that was great. Where'd you go? Oh my god, Heron was a desire demon the whole time!
Ruin it.
This is so infamous that they had to come out and say, no. It's for fun. Heron is not a desire demon. And debunk that, just because everyone was like, oh my god, it makes so much sense. Like, no. Hey, look, it's an innocent man. In Denerim? I think not. He's up to something. Game. There you go. The sapper has destroyed the gate, Vanguard, but a mage blocks the way. End her life. It's win! And Cullen! Oh no, this will be cathartic. No, you're absolutely right, Kira White Noise. Let's be honest, this is a bit of a slog. We're like a 1/3 of the way through this. In fact, let's speed this up a bit. Oh, Wynn's dead again. No. Poor Wynn. She'll never be able to tell me how stupid it is to have a love life. Yeah, no, I will probably actually give this a negative just for being, like, way too much, you know? Like that section we just did, you could have chopped that in half. It would have actually been just as well. Oh no, it's the elves. Die, elves. No, I'll probably give a positive for stupid, too. Fun is always nice. Die. This place must burn. So do it. Don't make me... Really? Game? Okay, fine. Do it. Here. Okay. There you go. Oh, the elves love Denerim. You kidding me? It's all they're about. All I hear all day is Denerim, Denerim, Denerim. I think they'd work in a Levi factory. Which, come to that, elves from the alienage probably would work in a Levi factory. Sorry, I said I'd leave the polemic stuff at the door, but then I turned into a Darkspawn, so now I'm just pure toxicity. Nestle sucks! Alright, so. And their chocolate tastes like ass, anyways. I love how they give us a quest objective and then a timer. A cooldown timer on the quest objective. That's good game design. Wow. Or rather, wow, vanilla. Wait, I've just gotten a quest. Kill Zevran. Sorry, Zevran. The uneven crows send their regards. Can you just say this again? Oh, they're dead. Die, Zevran. Well, I'm just gonna loot everything. Let's go. Let us take the palace. Wait, we need to murder innocents. Die, Shiani. It's probably not actually her. Snap my fingers, they die. Yeah, Nathaniel's just going through. Ah! Okay, here we go. It's a gift from. Why are what? Okay. To the palace. Bum, ba-dum, bum. On the surface, Antiva is Spanish, but no, Antiva's Italy. My opinion. That's right, I need to have that hot, hot ogre sex. This is the exact same cutscene, we're just gonna skip this. So Riordan's here. I cannot get enough of that Shrekking, Mr. Red. Do I have to go all the way around? Oh god, I do, don't I? Alright, whatever. Boop. We'd also recruit the emissaries, who of course are casters, like you do. And I do want to kill him. By the way, that's how you get someone out of your party, is you kill them. Because we're playing the bad guys. I don't know if you caught that. I'm not sure if it was available when we got the quest to kill 10 innocent civilians or not, but we're playing the villains here. So, you know, FYI, and dead. And they're dead. This fight sucks, by the way, like really badly. Notice we can just see they decided to bring the golems. So that's cool. Oh no, it's an innocent man! Die, monster! Get back here! There we go. Okay. I feel better. Yep, Alistair decided to make golems. Welcome to the darkest timeline. Oh, we gotta hit the other lever, too. There we go. Big net negative, Doom Rider. Although, it did get a couple of positives in the story axis. Make of that what you will. Alright. Let's... Excuse me, Mr. Shriek, is it? You are dismissed. You. You follow me now. I mean, if you think about it, hey, it's Ardol? Oh, the Legion of the Dead guy. Fear not. You will return to the death you so crave. I'll tell you right now, atmosphere and voice acting, Doom Rider. Because it managed both pretty well. Here, you. Deal with this thing. God damn it. Deal with, please. Thank you. I love just getting approval as we're slotting our way through here. There we go. Alright. Moving on. Let's see, who's up here? Anybody? Oh yeah, Sten. Hi, Sten. And Sten's dead. No, yeah, it totally does, Dr. Winter. I agree. This one crossbowman's like, you can't zone while you're in combat with me. Alright, on to the final section. I told you this is longer than it should be. I mean, I don't think they do have the manpower, Lothario. Not at all. The warden and his companions flee. Pursue them. Yeah, there's Morrigan, there's Liliana, Darkspawn. Here's your choice of who you want to be in your party. We've already got a pretty good party, so I'm happy with it. One of the wardens lives. He must not find me. That's right, there's one Grey Warden. And therefore, there is a threat. Yes, Liliana's in a chantry robe because Alistair does not know how to set him up. Thank God we skipped that dungeon. So here we are, final boss fight. There's the werewolves, by the way. He went with the werewolves, too. So this fight turbo sucks, to be very blunt. I demonstrated that the last time I was here. There's a bit of RNG here, but the enemy will absolutely focus fire the crap out of the Archdemon. And if the Archdemon dies, we lose. So this sucks. We're going to try it legit once. Oh yeah, they shred him. He's already taken half health damage from where he started, which is, by the way, at half. Okay, so Liliana's dead. We've killed her one true love. We need to deal with Morrigan next. Darkspawn's just up there tanking the Archdemon. Yeah, oh god, Kara White Noise, why? Why would you remind me of that? Also worth noting, the ads in this fight, the werewolves, are mean as hell. They do some damage. Also, the Archdemon is almost dead. Very, very close to it. And dead. So we just lost. This fight sucks. Honestly, this is everything wrong with an escort quest. So, they're all dead. I would agree with that, Doom Rider. This is probably the only fight in the entire game I'll give multiple negatives to. The end. And that's it. So. And yeah, no, you'd think if you kill Alistair, you'd win, because he's the only one that can permanently kill the Archdemon. But no. We did it! We saved the city! Unfortunately, that all took entirely too long, even with cheats. Damn it. I don't know, I think we can do Witch Hunt in 30. No, we can't. There's no way. We're gonna have to do Witch Hunt tomorrow. God damn it. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Yeah, Witch Hunt has a lot of dialogue. And several dungeons. And more padding than I tend to remember. Everyone just remembers the final dialogue cutscene in Witch Hunt, but there's a lot that leads up to that. Yeah, there's also going to be party banter. Like, we'll do Witch Hunt tomorrow. I just... God damn it, I even pulled the cheat flag just to get through this, and it's like, nope. You fail no matter what, lore. So yeah, we'll start 2 tomorrow on the second shift. We'll do Witch Hunt first. Actually, it's just, no. True, Wandering Doll. That is absolutely true. If we didn't put up the cheat flag, we'd probably spend both shifts getting through all that nonsense tomorrow. Thank God we have access to cheats, right? Oh. What I would have probably done is pulled the trigger on just not doing them, but still. Oh. Yeah, so. Tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, absolutely, Ross. I mean, it's actually usually easier to stream, and it's usually a lot less issues to do it on PC. Also, unless it's the Switch, it hurts me less. Doing this causes me no physical pain. Doing this causes me physical pain. So, that's like 3 reasons why I prefer to stream PC versions, if given the option. But anyways, tomorrow. See you around, guys.